My law firm fights for victims of online harassment, sexual assault, and blackmail. I found myself a victim. I had ended a relationship with a controlling person, and then he retaliated against me. Among other things, he threatened to release all these videos and naked pictures of me. So when I finally got to the other side of my ordeal, I then decided to quit my job and to become the lawyer that I needed when I was going through hell. The clients, like the very people that I dreamt of being able to help, are now coming here and finding us, and we're able to get them the things that I wish I'd been able to have when I was in their shoes. They're every gender, they're every gender identity, every religion. I've had people on food stamps. I've had people who are worth hundreds of millions of dollars as clients. The offenders are the ones who are the same. It's not so much about their demographic as it is about their behavior. And we've got 4 main types: assholes, psychos, pervs, and trolls. So assholes, for instance, they're aggressing against a loss, usually at the end of a relationship, and they do an act. You take that a step further and you've got the psycho, the person who also is usually aggressing against somebody after they've felt slighted, but they can't stop. So they engage in all-out warfare, and usually that can't end without them getting arrested. We've had them impersonate our client and said child pornography in her name to hundreds of people. The perv behavior, this is the sex crime. The person who's aggressing physically, usually for purposes of sexual gratification. The troll behavior, that's usually somebody who's aggressing anonymously on the internet. You can post something on Pornhub, and 24 hours later, it can have 1 million views. If you are the victim and it goes viral and is associated with your name, as it often is, that can become inescapable. When I approach a case, my marching orders are really determined by my client and what my client needs. So sometimes my client comes to me and their only interest is to get the F off the internet. We've gotten, like 20,000 images of non-consensual porn off the internet. That's a success. And other times I have a client who's being harassed and stalked, and it's about making that person stop. It's also quite common for me to go after an offender for money. We got the biggest settlement to date against the New York City Department of Education for our client who was sexually assaulted in a stairwell by a group of boys, and then when she reported it, she was suspended. And we got her almost $1 million in restitution for that case. It doesn't undo the hell that she faced. The thing is that there are always going to be psychos, assholes, pervs, and trolls. I would love to put myself out of business, but until we actually find ourselves in a civilization where people are civilized, I don't see that happening, sadly.